Yes, you are still in the newsroom with me, Fatima Khan, and I've got some news that's coming in, and this, of course, is some news that is breaking right now, and this is coming in that this Diwali really could be quite a bonanza for consumers. What I'm getting right now is that we are learning that Reliance Jio is planning that big Diwali launch finally of those much anticipated 4G services. Nazia Iqbal, of course, is tracking all of this. Nazia, just tell us quickly about the rollout plan and what you can tell us to look forward to by this Diwali.
Well, yes, absolutely. Now, this is a launch that the whole of telecom industry and the whole of country have been waiting for, the Reliance Jio 4G launch. And it has been going for about 2 years now that the Reliance Jio will launch its 4G services. They are the strongest in terms of the amount of spectrum that they have for the 4G services. And sources tells us that they are looking at a big Diwali bumper offer for the consumers. They're looking at a Diwali launch with the kind of tie-ups that they have done with various cell phone makers, smartphone makers. They have tied up with a high-end, low-end, all kind of smartphone makers, which is why we learned that Karbon will be launching the Reliance Jio 4G enabled phone during the Diwali period. So that is going to be one big offer that Reliance Jio will make, and it will also partner with other smartphone makers as well. Now, in terms of Karbon, they will be launching its the phones during the Diwali period, and also sources tells us that it is going to Reliance Jio is going to give good offers to consumers for its 4G services. Also remember that they are a new player, and they will have to get consumers from other players that are already existing. So it is going to have like a huge amount of offers that they will make. Also, competitive pricing is something that the Reliance Jio is looking keenly at. So there's going to be a really big Diwali bumper for all the consumers for Reliance Jio.
Okay, Nazia, you've sort of taken us through some of the real offerings that we have at that stage, but I just want to focus a little bit more on the specific services that we're going to be looking at as core areas of excellence.
Well, yes, absolutely. Now, 4G is a new technology for India. We've known about 4G for some time, but ecosystem needs to grow. We have heard that now that the spectrum is in place, more or less, where telecom operators have gone ahead and got 4G spectrum. Airtel has already launched its 4G services in most part of India, and also Vodafone has started trialing the 4G services in some parts of India. So 4G is going to be the next big thing in the telecom space, and it is going to be a service that the telecoms customers are eagerly waiting for. Now, the services that Reliance Jio will offer obviously will be like heavily data pack services, which will enable quick usage of data, which is something that 4G is extremely popular for. Now, also we learn that these are going to be apart from the offers, these are going to be new smartphones as well that Reliance Jio will bring in the market. That is going to create quite a stir amongst the players that are already existing players, telecom players, and also players like Airtel who have started with their 4G services. But we'll have to see what really happens in the market post their big Diwali launch.
Well, it is certainly a big Diwali bonanza to watch out for. Nazia Iqbal, thanks a lot for keeping us up to date with the anticipation and that anticipated launch. Nazia just telling us that some of the highlights are going to be that big Diwali launch for 4G services and those multiple offer clubbings for consumers, as well as a rollout that's planned in 80% of areas by the end of 2015. And finally, of course, they are in talks with 28 mobile and tablet manufacturers and much more. So there's a lot to look forward to on that. That was Nazia Iqbal with that breaking news that came into the newsroom. Let's talk about the big setback that we've seen for the Adani Group. The federal court in Australia has revoked the